Good morning, friends. How is everybody today? Hi, Dawn. Hi, Joanne. Mary. Thanks for tuning in. So if you're here, my name is Jess, and I'm the founder of Sallie Tomato. Normally, my mom, Renee, is here, but she's in Houston this week for the Quilt Festival. So definitely check out our stories for some behind the scenes because she's been posting as they've been traveling down. Her and my brother drove to the show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely having a little bit of FOMO. I feel like I'm missing out. Hello, Sue. Great. Well, good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. So this week's theme for the Make the Cut show is trending now. So I am excited. We picked some fun projects, my mom and I together before she left. And I can't wait to share because I love talking trends. I think it's a fun way to incorporate into our sewing projects, but in a timeless way. Let's see. Hi, Rachel. Hello. Good morning, everybody. So if you're new to the show will be about 30 minutes, and I have 4 projects that I picked out and then an assortment of materials to go with the projects. And there is a discount on the items that I'm featuring today. So you can shop the show. We've linked all the items below. So you can shop right on YouTube or on our website. And the code for the discount is Make the Cut, all one word, to get the 25% off. So there's some major deals, especially with some of the kits and fabrics that we chose for this week's show. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Sue Ellen, Charlene, Tammy, good morning. Thanks for hanging out with me. Awesome. Okay, well, I don't want to make you guys wait too long, but feel free to hang out in the live chat as you're joining, say hello. And for this week's icebreaker question, since the theme is trends, I thought it would be fun to ask, what do you think of the trends? Do you follow them? Do you not like them at all? Would you rather just do things that are more timeless? Or do you like maybe a little trend here or there? Let me know what you think. I know sometimes I have like a love-hate relationship with trends because I don't like when things go out of style so quickly. So usually I'm pretty selective when it comes to trends and thinking, is this going to last me longer than a season? You know, that's my personal opinion. Oh, Gail says a little blurry, but maybe it's your screen. I don't know. Our whole team is here at the office today, so hopefully my connection is okay. Oh, my mom is live. You're supposed to be setting up, Mom. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. Everybody's saying I'm blurry today. Okay. I don't have any other tabs open, so hopefully I'll try to show things clearly to the camera. Okay, my mom says that she's currently setting up. Multitasking. Okay, let's see. Creative Mind says, I like timeless, but maybe a few trends. Okay. Well, let me know what you think about the trends in the comments. Sometimes trends are good, Diana says. All right. Okay, well, I'm curious your thoughts. So I tried to pick some things that I've been seeing for fall, whether on Pinterest or different influencers. There are trend companies that we like to reference too, just to see kind of what's up and coming. And of course, we follow fashion because there's a lot of things that overlap from interior design into fashion and accessories. So we try to stay on top of what's fun and what everybody's liking. Let's see, Robin says, I like to learn the trends in case I want to incorporate it into my work. Yes, for sure. Then you kind of know, like you're aware of what everybody's liking, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to follow that trend or not, for sure. Okay, so the first trend of the season that we've been noticing is faux suede or genuine suede. And we wanted to feature our micro suede fabrics. So we offer them in 4 different colors. Perhaps you've seen these before, but maybe you haven't tried them out yet. And now is the time. So what's nice is they have this really soft matte finish on them. So they do feel very timeless, and they're a very high quality faux suede or a micro suede material. The backing matches the front. So you do have to kind of pay attention when you're cutting out your pieces. If you decide to use some micro suede, that the backing is a little bit more like a felty material. And then the front is more of that suede feeling, that suede texture. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up on the comments here. Glad you made it, Shannon. Love suede and faux suede, says Mary. Right? So, I mean, it's one of those things that has made a comeback. And I think it's one that I'm personally looking forward to, as I think it's just such a timeless texture and feel. So our micro suede is water resistant. You don't want to use an iron on it, but generally you don't need to iron micro suede. If you do, for some reason, need to get a crease out, then you could use a little bit of steam. Make sure you're using a pressing cloth. Otherwise, your iron might stick to it. So we always store the micro suede rolled over at the order center, and we make sure we roll it and ship it so that way it doesn't get any creases in it, and that's how we recommend you store it at home too. But look how pretty this gray is. And then we have a tan, just a classic tan, and then we have the black. And I did grab a bag to show you. This pattern isn't included in this week's Make the Cut, but just to show you what it looks like sewn up in a project. So this is the Veronica bag. I'll show you the tag here with the name. Oops, Veronica. So it's really soft. I love that it's water resistant too. Just knowing if you're going out and about in the elements. And of course I had to wear a faux suede jacket today to embrace the trend. But even on its own, it is so pretty. You could add embroidery if you want a little bit more pizzazz. This was a past New Year's Eve event that we did, and we added some little bag charms. I don't have them on this bag, but you could certainly adorn it with some bag charms, decorative stitches, or you could even just use it for the flap and color block like that. Oh, Donna says she made it. That's awesome. Well, I hope you like it. Is it for sale on your website, Denise? The micro suede is for sale on our website, and you can buy it in quarter yard increments. So if you just want to try a little bit, maybe you just want to do the strap, the flap part on a bag, or a gusset, something like that, then you don't need a whole lot. Otherwise, you can get as many yards as you would like, and then we would just cut a continuous piece for you. Oh, that's a good idea. So Creative Minds says, I made coasters with the faux suede. Cute idea. Because it's durable. You could certainly make some fun pillows or like a cool table runner or placemats, being that it's water resistant for fall. So this was the Veronica bag. Oh, Dawn says, I have made this kit. My aunt took, oh, she said she wants the bag. I'm not going to read that out loud, Dawn. Oh, is that she must really, really like it. That's funny. Okay. So that is the micro suede. So I hope you are excited about that trend. The next trend that was popular the past 2 years and continues to be popular is faux fur. It's not going away. For this fall, it's even more popular, particularly like leopard print is really popular for the fall. So again, this was another New Year's Eve project. Just print it for you guys here. This is the Aurora tote bag, and we designed it to be a slouchy tote. And this we made out of our faux fur. We do have a kit just like this as well. And the faux fur is really, really soft. And we have two different kinds of faux fur. We have a flocked faux fur and a luxe faux fur, like we like to call it. So the flocked comes in a lot more different prints than our Luxe. So you'll notice that there's cow and like a tonal look, which is really cool and kind of reminds me of the suede and would go well with the micro suede. And then we have the leopard as well. And the leopard comes in different colors. This is the blush mocha. And it pairs really well with the faux leather. We've got a crossbody strap here too. I'm going to show you for the scale of it. It's just a nice relaxed bag, something a little bit more casual. You know, throw everything in here when you're heading to the airport. This is the Aurora tote bag. So it has a nice deep base on it. The Aurora. It's like Sleeping Beauty. It was slumber party themed that year. So we thought a slouchy tote, the Aurora, and then we had like a really cool tie-dye looking fabric that reminded us of Sleeping Beauty too. So that was the inspiration behind this one. Denise. Oh yes. Thank you for keeping me on track. What is the Luxe? So the Luxe faux fur is more of like a minky texture. It is so soft. I would use this for pillows. And it just comes in the cow. And what I love about it too, and I wish the screen wasn't so blurry, but there's a really great picture on our website of the texture because it almost looks like there's like a hide texture in here, like a grain to it. But the backing on this one is not felty. It's more of a knit material. But it's super, super soft. If you're familiar with Cuddle Minky, it's as soft as that. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for joining. Oh, Diana says works well with the zippy too. Yes, the faux fur and the micro suede works well with the zippy crossbody bag. Oh, thank you, Mary. Okay, so the Luxe cow comes in the black with the cream, and then it also comes in this really pretty brown or like a bronze brown color too. So this particular bag is our charade bag. And this pattern is not included in this week's Make the Cut, but I wanted to just pull a bag that we made using the brown. So this one's really fun. The pattern comes in 2 different sizes. This is the large, and then there's a smaller one too. This is a little too big, but I just love a nice bag that has the crossbody strap so you can be hands-free and just throw in all of your items. Okay. One other thing I wanted to mention about the faux furs. So back to the flocked fur. When working with this material, we designed it with the flocked texture so that way it mimics the feel and the look of a natural fur. And so when you feel the fur, and you can look on our website too, there are like little fibers on there. So there is a nap, like I'm petting it, because it does have a direction to it, and you'll want the nap of the fur to be going down like it would naturally. So when you're cutting out your pieces using the flock, to make sure that the nap is going in the same direction. Also, to create this material, the little fibers are glued onto the backing material. So you'll want to use a non-stick foot because of the glue. That is the key, to have a non-stick needle. So Schmetz makes them, and we love them. They work so well on the flocked fur, as well as if you use clear vinyl for bags. Definitely get a non-stick needle. They're amazing. And we do have them on our website too, but not in this week's show, unfortunately. Okay, so I hope you like the fur projects. I did have one other little sample I wanted to show you out of the fur, and it's this cute little Dorothy. So see, you can use the fur on a larger scale bag, and then I wanted to show you a smaller scale too. And it still shows off the print really nicely. So this is the Dorothy wristlet. And I'm sure you guys have heard of this one too. This is such a fun one to use up scraps because it doesn't take a whole lot of fabric. And it's sewing season for the holidays already, I feel like. And if you're looking for ideas like quick projects that really wow. I feel like the Dorothy wristlet is a really good one. Make it for coworkers, make it for family. It's nice to have a smaller bag inside larger bags too. So if you need just like a little something to grab and go, on the inside, I know this is black, so it's hard to see, but the pattern does include instructions for adding card slots on the inside. So you get a big slip pocket, and then there are multiple card pockets. And we do have kits of this Dorothy available too, if you like the look, but it's just such a classic one. Okay, I need to catch up on the comments, everybody. Bear with me. Okay, if you have any questions about sewing with faux fur that I missed, let me know. On our website, we do have our top tips for working with each of the materials right on the listing. And like I mentioned, all the materials are sold by the quarter yard. Well, thanks, Mary. Mary says the leopard is cute. I'm so glad you like it. It's a fun one. Okay. Have a pattern for animal toys. Wondering if the fabric would work. I think it definitely would. The cow is going to be a lot more soft than the flocked. So if you're making a stuffed animal, I would definitely recommend the Luxe instead. We need to get more prints of this. What animal prints do you want to see in the Luxe? Let me know. Okay. The cow print is great. Thank you, Rhonda. Does it shred like Minky? No, it does not. So I've had this piece just in our stash for a while, and when you cut it, it does not have all those little tiny fibers on it. So there's what the raw edge looks like. You can see, but there are a few like little loose fibers because it's a woven material, and that is just the backing. But the top side of the material does not shred like a Minky. It's a really good question. It doesn't even lint up the sewing machine. Right. Thanks, Rhonda, for answering that. Sue Ellen, that's awesome that you've made the Dorothy many times. I'm glad you like it. Cute. Would love a tiger print in the Luxe. Good idea. Need Luxe in leopard, zebra, and tiger. Definitely. Okay. Noted. Glad you guys like it. Okay, so something a little bit different. So we talked about the trending fabrics. The next thing that I've been seeing a lot are studs everywhere on bags. I've seen bags just covered in studs or rivets. Another word for them are conchos. And we currently don't have any conchos yet, but we do have Chicago screws, rivets, and bag feet that you can use to adorn your straps and bags. I love this trend, obviously, with the hardware, so I'm definitely going to embrace this one. But this is a project that we made last year, particularly when the new Mean Girls movie came out. We love like following pop culture and all that too, and love movies. So this one was inspired by one of the main characters in the movie, and we picked out the fabrics to kind of coordinate with that. But this is the Jessica bag. I designed this one, of course. And this is just a cute little bagette style bag. But what we did is we cut the strap material. So this is a finished 1-inch wide strap. And so we cut it to be 2 inches. And we found the center, marked that. And then on one side of the strap, we marked the center to install the bag feet along it. So the prongs of the bag feet are perpendicular to the raw edge in the fold, so that way it stays away from the seam allowance. And look how cute. I love it. And then we also, of course, had to add some on the front of the bag. And I feel like the video doesn't show it as well as it looks with the pink and the gold, but it would be really pretty with black and antique. Any of those combinations would be so fun with the different colors of hardware. And then we also added some Chicago screws for reinforcement on the strap. And that's something that you can add to any pattern, these details. You have your canvas, your basic pattern, and then adding some additional hardware like this just takes a few extra steps, and it just brings it to a whole nother level and really elevates it. So I definitely wanted to show you guys this one. All right, there are a few more questions. Let's see. Do I need a walking foot like I have to do with the Minky? It would certainly help to do a walking foot. You don't have to, but if you're finding that it's not feeding evenly and you have a walking foot, I would just put it on right away and use the walking foot with the Luxe fur. Let's see, what stabilizer for the suede? Let me see what we use on this bag. So this particular bag, I'm just feeling in here, we just stabilized the lining fabric. We didn't add any stabilizer to the suede, but you could certainly fuse like a mid-weight interfacing to the back side of the suede. Just make sure that you have like a pressing cloth underneath your material, and then you can have the interfacing on the wrong side and fuse that. Otherwise, if you're worried about ironing it, because I really don't recommend ironing it, then I would just use like a sew-in fleece for the interfacing, or a sew-in interfacing. What, Sue Ellen? No way. Okay, let's see. I made one and my friends love that one. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you like this pattern. And this pattern too doesn't take a lot of material, and it's a lot easier to sew than it looks with this gusset shape. I don't think there are any pockets inside. Let me double check. Nope. So it's a quick project. You could certainly add a slip pocket or a zipper pocket if you want. But since it's really basic, it's a really quick sew. So this is just a nice one for going out. And we do have a tutorial on this as well. So on our blog, I think if you just search for Mean Girls on our website, I know it sounds strange, but that's the blog that we featured this tutorial in. And there is a video on our YouTube channel as well. Let's see, you could use snaps and make the strap adjustable for sure. That'd be cool. We do have studs as well. So it's fun to look at hardware and think where else it could be used besides its traditional function. So that's what we tried to do with this particular bag. Oh, this one is the Jessica bag, if you're wondering. Nicole, okay. Cute, awesome. So back to this bag too, we use Chicago screws on the sides. So I've seen projects where the whole flap has studs on it, or bag feet, or the Chicago screws, rivets. Just embrace it, have fun with it. And it's a great way to get comfortable installing these different hardwares too. So I hope you try it out. Tag me if you try it. Cute. Okay, thanks everyone. So I have one more project that I want to share with you. And I am going to do a giveaway today, so stick around to the end, and then I will be giving away a $25 gift card to one lucky person who is live. So let me show you the last project. All right, so circle bags continue to be trendy this fall. Again, it's one of those trends that I feel like is such a classic at the same time. So it's really easy to convince me to follow the trend because it's just so timeless. So this particular pattern is called Gwen. Let me see if this one has a tag on it. So Gwen. And this pattern is fully lined. And on the inside, there is binding. We thought it was necessary for this particular project due to the shape, because once you start adding things inside, it's nice to have that binding to keep the shape of the project. Otherwise, it might start to look crushed or like oblong, and you don't want that. You can make this project out of faux leather or cotton. So the cotton will definitely be easier on a home sewing machine, but the pattern does include tips and recommendations for making the project out of faux leather. You could certainly do it out of the faux fur and faux leather. How cute would that be? Just embrace all the trends in one. So we do have the hardware kits on sale, and then we do have some ready-made kits with all the supplies that you need to make the project included in this week's Make the Cut. So it's a really great deal because you get all the interfacing, the zippers, the hardware, the material to make the project, plus the pattern, so you can make it over and over again. So the inside has this really pretty accented zipper pocket. And again, what's nice too about the patterns is you could take these instructions and apply them to other patterns too. So if you really like this technique and you love how the zipper pocket is accented, then just use it again in another pattern, and you can always make it wider or longer if you want a different size. So it's nice to have that. And then there's a slip pocket on the other side. So this is just a nice medium-sized one. The chain as well is such a fun detail, and these are included in the hardware kit. And if you don't like the chain, you could just use a rectangle ring here and attach your strap directly to a rectangle ring. So if you've seen this hardware before and you thought it looks intimidating, try to hold it up against the white so you can see. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good well. It's like backwards on the live, so trying to hold it, but you get the idea. It's essentially 2 D-rings with chain between them. And then you attach your strap through either of the D-rings, and it's just such a cool detail. So you can carry this bag by the hand or with the handle, or you can carry it crossbody, which I love. Okay, I'm checking if there's any other questions. Oh, Sue, I'm excited for you. That's awesome. I really want to try the circle bag. So cute. Well, I hope you do. I've seen so many circle bags in our Facebook group too. So if you're looking for inspiration or advice on any of the patterns, our Facebook group is a really great place. It seems like there's always somebody awake if you have a question, and just post a picture while you're in the middle of your project, and everybody's so helpful in there. Okay, Nancy has a question. What's the difference between Gwen and Daisy and the free pattern? Yes, so the Gwen is a completely lined circle bag, and it does have the binding and the full gusset. So the Daisy bag is also a circle bag, but there's no binding on that one. It has a recessed zipper, and the top isn't fully like gusseted like this. So I don't have that sample here with me right now. And then the free one is just a plain circle, and there's no lining, no binding. So it's very, very basic. It's just up to you what style you're looking to sew. Well, thanks, Carrie. Glad you like the hardware. We love hardware around here, right? Can I use suede for the lucky penny? Absolutely. I just made one out of the blue suede. I should have grabbed that. But if you're familiar with our brand new template with AccuQuilt, this does cut through, or the AccuQuilt cutter will cut through the micro suede as well. Woohoo! Just checking out the faux fur, and the tie-dye one looks so neat. I know, right? Like, I was really excited about that one. It's very unique. It was different than the other animal textures that are typically out there and available. And the tie-dye one, it kind of looked like a suede. There's so many colors of it too. There's an olive. There's even one that's like a black and a white. So it's really cool. My suggestion is to start with something larger. That's a great point. Yes. So like a larger tote, if you're new to some of these materials, then you don't have to worry about like going around these tighter seams. So if you're new to the faux fur or the suede, the Jessica bag is a great one since there are no pockets. You have the simple zipper closure. Otherwise, although Dorothy is small, it is quite easy to do. And the Aurora was a great one as well, because this is just a nice big one that it's easier to maneuver than like a smaller project around tight corners and things like that. Okay. I think I caught everybody's questions. If I missed a question, let me know. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm so excited. This was so much fun to pick some of the trends for the season, and I hope you enjoyed our selection and our recommendations, and I'm excited to see what everybody makes. So let's do the giveaway. I know my time is up, so I'm going a little bit over. So to enter into the giveaway, I'm just going to share a random word, and you'll type that word one time in the comments, and that'll be your entry. And then I will just kind of scroll and just randomly select someone to win the $25 gift card. Whoever the winner is, you'll need to email info@sallietomato.com that you were the winner, and then we'll send you your gift card that way. Okay, so let's see. What should we do for the secret word? Let's keep it simple. We'll just say the word trends, okay? Just type that once in the comments. I'll give you guys a couple minutes here to put your entries in. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Marie. I miss my mom. It's so much fun to like banter back and forth with her, and it's fun to hang out with you guys. So thanks for chatting with me. I know because it's just me here behind the camera. So I was so nervous. I get so nervous to I want to do a good show for you guys and make it fun. Woohoo! All right, everybody's getting their entries in. You guys are the sweetest. Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay. All right, the comments have slowed down, so I think everybody's in. I'm not going to look. I'm hopefully not scrolling too far. Okay, let's see who I stopped on. Brenda Hall, congrats. Woohoo! Yay! So you win a $25 gift card to Sallie Tomato. Awesome. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you so much. Brenda, go ahead and email info@sallietomato.com, and we'll send you your gift card. Thank you again for hanging out with me, and I hope you'll join me next week for another fun Make the Cut. You can shop the show through next week, Wednesday, so definitely take advantage of that 25% off. We don't do that big of a discount that often, just for you guys for the show. Everybody's saying congrats, Brenda. Woo! Show her some love. That's awesome. Thanks, everybody. All right, friends. I will see you online, virtually, and hopefully next week. Say hi to my mom if you're going to the show, and happy sewing. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.